Hello and welcome to another Figuarts review. And how well does this Crayon Shin compare with the Nendoroid? Box is very clear what you get inside, apart from hiding some of the hands behind there. Back of the box, I'll just show you some of the combinations that you can do. And since they don't put instruction sheets in the box anymore, there's instructions on the inside panel of the boxes themselves, which is good. I prefer less paper being used. There are some more instructions on the other side though, which is a little bit hard to get. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see a lot more toy reviews. If you want to support this channel even more, there is a Patreon link in the video description below. And if you want to see the photo shoots of these figures, please feel free to look at the Facebook and Instagram page. Looking inside the box, Crayon Shin, apart from the fist already attached to the figure, you also have 4 extra pair of hands. You have pointing hands and thumbs up, you have yay hands, flat hands, and spray open more relaxed hands. Whereas the Nendoroid, apart from the fist, it only has a spray open hand and 2 sort of pointy finger hands, as well as a palm and an item holding hand for the Chokubi box. Now the Nendoroid also comes with 2 extra arms in folder positions because the Nendoroid does not have arm articulation. Both of them also have the Chokubi box. Nendoroid has Shilo dog, and both of them seem to be having the same set of expressions. But the Nendoroid also has this extra butt pose thing. Now, the Figuarts Shin is more poseable, so can it do this? Well, it doesn't have a butt showing out, but it can probably bend forward. Both of these figures also come with stands. The Figuarts has a circle stand here with 1 instruction in there, and it's got like 3 pegs in there. This is a generic stand we've seen before, just without any printing or logos on it, whereas the Nendoroid has its own generic stand, as well as an extra joint just in case you break yours. Now, the Nendoroid does have less hands, but the thing about Nendoroid is because of their more simplistic design, there are a lot of parts that are shared between different figures. In fact, Nendoroid, you can get these hand packs, and they attach on all different Nendoroids. So they have the same joints, so kind of like something like Lego or something where you can swap pieces around. So if there are not enough hands in your figure, but you have other Nendoroids, or you pick up that hand pack, you can easily make him do more stuff. Whereas Figuarts, the joints always never match other things. If you take a closer look at some of the accessories, the Nendoroid is slightly better produced. It's got the purple line on the top there. Now there is a plastic that they molded as a separate piece, so there's a seam line there, but you can say, hey, that's just the paper box when he's opening it to eat the snacks. Paper boxes have these seam lines, so it's okay. Whereas the Figuarts, the stars are more defined as actual stars, where these look like more like popcorn balls. The printing quality, I'm going to say the Nendoroid one just looks nicer overall. It's still a bit bigger, it's great. Now the Nendoroid, yes, does have a shield of a moving head. I'm guessing at some point we're going to get the second Shin figure, maybe a different clothes where it'll come with Shilo, or maybe we get his sister in the future, but that's a very good accessory to have. Instead, with the Figuarts Shin, we have a tiny action command, and they did tease action command action Figuarts. Now if you don't have action command yet, you can get it as a Bandai model kit or a knockoff Figuarts from a Chinese brand. They might have saw the factory making the real Figuarts and already copied and released out like a year ago. I've revealed both of those, you can check those out, but we have a mini action command as a whole on his back, so I guess one of these hands has a peg for him to hold on to that. Painting is a little bit rough, like if I didn't put enough water in my paint, sort of rough, like especially on the face, but it looks okay. It's so tiny. The thing is, you can also get another tiny action command from the remet set. There's a few Crayon Shin remet sets. One of them is in their house. You got the TV, the Robo, the Butt Godzilla, as well as some other toy boxes and stuff in his flat. That's a huge and great big accessory box for Crayon Shin. If you like Crayon Shin and you pick up any of these figures, Nendoroid, Figuarts, or the new Blitzway that I've also pre-ordered and I'll be reviewing, comparing all of them, you can definitely pick up some of those remet sets and give those pieces to these figures as accessories. Take a close look at some of these faces. Same expression, just printed slightly different. They're both printed nice. I don't know, one's bigger, slightly bigger, one's a bit smaller. They get the job done. It's curious how they both have very similar selection of faces, but they don't have one where the mouth is closed. I would like one where the mouth is closed, please. Before we compare the last face, the Shin in his sleepwear figure comes with this 3D molded lip face here, which is a little bit closer to the one in the Figuarts. And we take at these faces here. I like the lining on the Figuarts a bit more, it's a little bit thicker, and I like the more 3D kissy lips, where this one's more like just tired and annoyed. But yeah, if you're getting a Shin-chan figure, and if this is the only Shin-chan figure that SH Figuarts released, that this one and only figure, then it's good that they have a more face that comes with him. Okay, so both of these have articulated eyebrows, so you can swap them around and stuff. This one is on like some ball pegs, so you can do that. Quickly swap it around. And he has a more happy face, like ooh. Same with the Nendoroid, and actually in the Nendoroid you come with an extra pair of these, so there's 2 pairs of these eyebrows. So that's pretty cool, and you can swap them around different faces. Like, is it really hard to give all the faces these eyebrows so I don't need to swap them around? Or have spares if I lose them? And if you compare both of them, they are... Now, the Nendoroid has a bigger head, which is fine because it is a Nendoroid, it's supposed to be a bit chibi. But you can see that the Figuarts is actually taller, has bigger feet and a bigger body. So if you want something more accurate, of course the Figuarts is going to be a bit more accurate. But the thing about Figuarts is it's all about articulation and joints. So some people don't like that. Some people like statues, or some people like something that hide the joints a bit better. And so Nendoroid wins there. You know, Nendoroid, you don't see the feet joints, it's just a ball peg. Yeah, if you hold it upside down, you can see it. But for the most part, you're just having him in a standing pose and he's just like walking or something like that. The only joints you're really going to see for the most part are the single ones on the arms, right? But then that means he also has a rotating joint here, but that means that most of it's just not going to be there. His head is also on a peg and swivel and not a ball joint, so well, technically you can rotate and move his head in all directions, tilt in all directions. You got to fiddle it around a little bit. And then yeah, that's as low as his arms go. That's why you have the folded arms to swap in and out. One more good thing about Nendoroid is all the joints are common between each figures. So if you do lose some joints and break them, you can get them replaced. Except, I don't know if you can find this particular color. The Nendoroid is a solid figure. Obviously can't stand on its own because, you know, his feet is so tiny. That's why he needs to stand. But yeah, if you want something that's more for display, does basic stands only, then, you know, the Nendoroid would be fine for you because they all of them come with a stand. You just put that on your desk, you have Shiro next to him or his sister, and give him a silly pose or something, and he's just there. Whereas the Figuarts, you can do a lot more with him. So let's go with articulation. Let's see, I think it does this tiny ball peg at top of his neck, but let's see how little that moves. See that? Tiny bit. It's a big joint there, so you can tilt his head up a lot. Tummy is feels like I can't see inside, but rotating joint, and we do have forwards and backwards tilt, so you can actually move his tummy just a little bit. You can do a little bit dancing, so that he's got that going on for him. Can he tilt his head sideways? Again, a little bit because of that ball joint, but it's so little. I wish there's just like 2 balls in there, so he can move his head a lot more. So he can still do a lot. Let's see. Shoulder, there's butterfly joints here. Again, just a little bit, but better than nothing, I guess. Oh, arm pops out quite easily. Better than breaking, I suppose. Up, down. Let's see. His arms can actually go all the way down and touch the side of his body, thanks to the butterfly joint up there. So there's that. Full rotation here. Single elbow joint, so 45 degrees. And hands are on tiny little ball pegs, so they can rotate just ever so slightly. You got full rotation here, but tilting, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little bit there. Might as well not be there, but I'm still glad it's a ball, so it doesn't fall off easy. Legs go forwards and back, so the whole pants can go all the way forwards and back. See that? And he does have knee joints. Okay, there's rotating joints at the knee, and knee joint there. Feet is on, I'm guessing, a ball peg there, so he can move a little bit. Now, can he stand on his own without a stand? Yes, he can. So that's something the Nendoroid can't do. Can he do the butt dance? Let's see how far his legs would go. So the hinge inside the pants is not that great, but because the legs can move out very far, there's a bit of a butt shape there. I guess he can sort of be like that. So he can sort of do that, but he cannot do the big bust dance thing. But then again, this does look a bit weird in Nendoroid because of the chibi style. This doesn't look quite right. This figure is on its own merit for me. I do like more articulation of my figures. I do want to play around with them, want to photo shoot with them. As you can see with some of these photos now, I'll manage to combine them with some of the remat accessories, different figures, different statues, and get a lot of photos out of it. And for that, I am quite happy. Am I able to do that with other figures? Some of them, but also not quite. This is what I like. I love articulation. The overall print and coloring on this figure is also pretty nice, and the sturdiness and the overall build and its ability to stand on its own, even though it does come with a stand for more poses, is also quite good. The downside to this figure is that the accessory parts are definitely lacking. We've had so many Crayon Shin-chan products over the years from many different companies, and it just feels like if you're going to make something from Figuarts where it's supposed to be one of the best lines of figures out there, something a bit more, not quite ultimate, but something that feels complete, this definitely feels a bit lacking. Now, as for other people, like which figure would you prefer? While the Nendoroid has been out for a few years now, Nendoroids have always been cheaper than Figuarts and does come with a lot more accessories. If you're someone that just wants a one and done simple thing and you don't want those statues, you don't want those blind boxes, and you want something that looks like the original Shin-chan, original clothes, original looks, something that can just go on your shelf, you can change the pose slightly ever so often, you're not too bothered about anything else more dynamic, the Nendoroid is a really good option. And you can also get him in his sleeping looks with his sister, and you can probably buy both and still only be slightly more expensive than just one of the Figuarts. So if you want something that just looks decent, you're not really a big action figure collector, the Nendoroid is definitely the place to go. Despite his cheapiness, he still looks the part because Shin-chan himself is slightly cheapy. For people who want dynamic poses, yes, the Figuarts is really good, and there probably will be more coming out later, hopefully, so you can make it seem more complete, but as of right now, it's definitely lacking, and it's definitely for someone who really loves Crayon Shin-chan, really must have a lot more to go with his figure, or someone willing to spend more cash to get some of the other brands like Remet to add some accessories for him. As mentioned previously in the video, there is a Blitzway figure coming out. I'll be comparing and reviewing that figure as well, and that is the most expensive option, but it also looks like it's the ultimate option. Please subscribe and come back to this channel later when that figure comes out. As always, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.